What is up? My name is Lloyd. This is the Middle Card, which are my takes on the world of professional wrestling and all of its ins and outs. So let's go.
Round one. Fight.
MJF is leaving Las Vegas. MJF, at least at this point, has booked a flight to leave Las Vegas. So it does not look like we're getting Wardlow versus MJF at AEW Double or Nothing. At least this is what has been reported by Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful. Hopefully everything is okay with MJF. I don't believe that it's an injury. Hopefully it's not a mental health issue. I think really it just comes down to things have just come to a head with MJF and AEW as far as MJF's contract. So let's look at it. If I'm MJF and I'm one of the most over people in the company, but I'm looking around at the guys that are being brought in, CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, Adam Cole, Samoa Joe, and I'm not actually being paid like those guys at the top level when I'm right there with them, then I'm gonna have an issue. Now, I thought it was a work. Because who would bring up Cody and WWE and their contract ending just so much, right? It just seemed like a work. It just seemed like he was channeling 2011 Punk. But it appears that this is real. I hope it's not. I hope this is just an elaborate work and that he's just gonna show up and everybody's just going to love it. But at this point in time, for what we know, he's not going to be there on the pay-per-view. He's not having the match with Wardlow, which sucks for Wardlow because it was part of the story that was being told. So I don't want to go as far as MJF is taking his ball and going home, but at this very point in time, it doesn't look like MJF and AEW are able to coexist. I'm hoping that it gets resolved. I think Tony Khan, different than Vince McMahon, would be the type of person to find a way to resolve this issue and to make this happen. However, it would set kind of a bad precedent if he just catered to the needs of a talent just because they took their ball and they went home. All that being said, MJF just isn't any talent. Yeah, he's undersized, but he's super athletic, super charismatic. The fans love him or hate him. And he's able to navigate his way through all of that the way that no wrestler in the business is. Just on the mic. He doesn't even need wins. He doesn't even need wins for us to care about him. Dolph Ziggler is one of the best wrestlers in the world. He is. He absolutely is. He's been that way for the past, 10 years. But we don't care about Dolph Ziggler because Dolph Ziggler doesn't win. Dolph Ziggler is a guy that actually needs wins in order for people to care about him. And if he was getting those wins, I'm sure people would have been on board at the Apex. MJF is different. MJF is a guy that does not require wins. Now, he would have been AEW champion, or will be AEW champion, within the next 2 years. But he does not require wins in order to have an impact, in order to keep that fan engagement. So, I'm hoping the situation resolves itself. But as it stands right now, we will not be getting MJF versus Wardlow at Double or Nothing. We'll see what happens. Let's go.